It looks like Rangers could be on the verge of announcing a signing. Welcome back. Big Stevie Cool, 1872, 2 wins on the bounce. Be signing getting announced. Things couldn't be. They could be worse. We'll put it that way, alright? I was going to say they couldn't be better, and I was like, no, why am I even going down that road? But anyway, yeah, he's signing here. Let's talk about Lyall Cameron. Scottish international. Well, no, he's not a Scottish international, but he's a Scottish player. Dundee. Brilliant. 22 years of age. Young, exciting midfielder. Yeah, I've seen people say, well, we don't really need a midfielder. We need a defender. We need a winger, all that stuff. But reality is, this kid's good. Alright, we're going to get into his stats. Now, of course, he currently plays for Dundee. And in terms of the Premiership of this season, he has played 22 games, 5 goals and 4 assists, 1 yellow card, 0 second yellows and 0 reds. 91% of the time, he's been in starting 11. 87% of the time, he's played all the minutes. And then a whopping 24% goal participation. So pretty much he has contributed to a quarter of Dundee's goals, which is a pretty good record. Now, he can play on the right, but he is mainly central midfield, attacking midfield, in the middle. That sort of McCoy in there. He has obviously featured for the national team at under 21s and 18 levels. And you know what? We'll see how it goes. Will he be getting called up to Scotland national team anytime soon? We'll have to wait and see. And this isn't just because he's linked with Rangers. I think there's a lot of players that deserve a call up to the national team over the likes of Stuart Armstrong and Kenny McLean. And if Lyall Cameron becomes a Rangers man, then I want him on the big stages. I want him making us money. I want him getting better and growing and playing international football is another way to doing that. And the key difference between like a Lyall Cameron and a Bailey Rice and players like that, he's actually been given an opportunity at Dundee, and we haven't done that down with Bailey Rice. Bailey Rice and Zach Lovelace yesterday on the bench didn't even come on. It's just, Zach Lovelace, again, another guy that just should be given more of a chance. He got given a chance last season. He got injured in the 3-0 win against St Mirren, but fucking bring him back in. What are we doing? And I'm not going to go through Cyril Dessers too much yesterday. He came on, he scored a goal. If we're going to bring a guy on, he does that, then that's what he should be doing as a striker. But was I not the opportunity to bring Zach Lovelace on? You know what I mean? I get it. Dessers has some sort of value that you want to capitalise on if someone wants to come in this month. But yeah, hopefully against Fraserburgh we can see the likes of those players start. But Lyall Cameron, just to reiterate, I've already talked about his Premiership stats, but if you factor in his 6 League Cup games, he has got 8 goals and 7 assists across the season, and that's in 28 games. So 15 goal contributions in 28 games, that's pretty good. He's played over 2,000 minutes, a total of 2,278. And when you compare that to someone like a Bailey Rice, etc., especially at the top level, it's so much different. Now he's got a market value of $1 million, does Lyall Cameron, but just to put it into perspective, right? Bailey Rice this season for Rangers, right, has played 1 game in the Europa League, and it was 10 minutes. He hasn't played a game in the Premiership or the League Cup, which I think is fucking disgraceful. He has played 4 games in the Challenge Cup, 283 minutes. I don't have the exact stats of his gimmick-tron, so to speak. But again, we need to be giving players more of a chance. Same with Clinton and Salah. He's just come in the team, and you know what? Yeah, it didn't look the best against Dundee, but it was his first ever game. You know what I mean? I think the people criticise him are really unfair because, you know what? See, in an ideal world, he comes in and he hits the ground running, folks, and he turns into Maldini with his first touch. Yeah, but that's not the real world. You know what I mean? It's going to take a player a couple of games to get up to speed, especially when it's like literally their first couple of professional games. Looks like after a couple of games, he's getting there. His passing looks good. So I don't want to see him come out the 11. And I especially don't want to see him come out the 18. I get it. If Suter comes back, right, and you want to go with Suter and Balogun against like a Man United, even though they won't be back for that, especially Suter, that's one thing, right? But he shouldn't be getting dropped for cup games. I want to see him against Fraserburgh. I want to see Lovelace. I want to see Bailey Rice, etc., etc. I'd love to see Lyall Cameron. I don't think it's going to happen though. In this window, I think it's going to be a pre-contract agreement, and obviously, kind of got the ongoing issue with. I mean, the Conor Barron thing's been sorted, but compensation. Obviously, if you train a player up and then you lose him even on a free, but if he's of a young age, whatever, you're owed compensation. So this is going to cost us a bit of money. I mean, I know people reference Glenn Kamara, but he cost us 50 grand. Arsenal, the club that brought him up, so they didn't have to pay the compensation fee. All in all, I think a couple of 100,000 for Lyall Cameron, a young Scottish talent with the world at his feet and will go on to do better and better things, is absolutely the way to go. I mean, look at Luke McCowan at Celtic. You know, great at Dundee, goes to Celtic, and honestly, he's been probably their best midfielder this season. You know, Lyall Cameron, could he do the same at Rangers? Why not? Why not? You've just got to give these guys a chance, and hopefully Clement will learn. And you look at the bench against Aberdeen, some youngsters on it. I hope against Fraser they get given a chance. If Clement starts playing youngsters and starts signing like young Scottish talent like Lyall Cameron, etc., etc., maybe he can win more people over that way. Because if you just start Kieran Doyle and Dessers and guys like that and Matondos, and it's not going to do anything for the long term the prospects going forward. So we'll see how it goes, guys. But what do you think of Lyall Cameron? I want this deal. I want it done.